Hey guys, my name is Shatik. Welcome to my channel which is devoted to C++ programming language. In this video, we are diving into one of the most powerful and widely used programming languages in the world, C++. Whether you are a complete beginner or just curious about how C++ works, you are in the right place. Now I will explain the first program in C++ which is basically to print. First we will write include the header file iostream using namespace std int main cout slash the hello world slash the endl return 0 and closing bracket. Now I will explain the program line by line. The include IO stream, actually this is a preprocessor derivative. It tells the compiler to include the input output stream in the C++ library. The IO stream header allows you to use objects for cout for printing the output on the screen, sign for inputting the input from the user, and endl for inserting a new line. So this is the very basic header file of the C++, which is die.o.stream. Now we wrote using namespaces std. Actually C++ standard library function and objects like cout, scene, endl are inside a namespace called as the std. By writing using namespace std, we are actually telling the compiler I want to use everything from the std namespace without writing std dot every time. Actually this is the modification and the development C++ had made through the years. Okay, now this line from starts actually from int main, the code block of the C++ starts. This is the main function and it's the entry point of the C++ program. Int mean this function returns an integer value to the operating system after it finishes, and the opening bracket starts the block of the code that belongs to the main function. Okay, now in this program we are writing the hello world, and the use of the cout is used for the character output. In C++ it used to print things to the console. This sign is an insertion operator. It sends data to the output stream, and then we will write the desired line hello world, which is a string literal, the message being printed. And lastly we will again write the symbol to close and input the endl line. Actually this line means that it inserts a new line character and flushes the output buffer, meaning it forces the program to print everything immediately. Okay, now at the last of the program we have to write the return 0. This ends the main function. If a program returns a non-zero value, it usually signals an error, and this is the closing bracket which denotes that the program, that the block of the code got ended. Now take the notes. Include io.stream. This line tells the compiler to include the input output stream header. The IO stream allows you to use scene for input and cout for the output. Now int main, this marks the entry point of any condition of the C++ code, and cout, the hello world endlane, cout stands for character output. Cout is defined inside a std namespace, and endl ends the current line and it also flashes the output buffer. Then it's okay. Now we will move to the second program. This is the second program. Write a program. WAP, the abbreviation of WAP is write a program to take the two integers as input and then perform addition, subtraction, product. Okay, now let me explain the code first. Include IO stream. This line include the input output stream library. Then it also allows the use of scene for input from the out user, and cout means for the output to the screen. It actually means the same which I have explained previous one. Okay, now we are using the namespace std. It tells the compiler to use the standard namespace. This also lets you to write the cout for and scene directly instead using of the backdated std. Okay, Then we will take the two variables and declare it, int num1 and int num2, which are the two variables. Num1 is the first number and num2 is the second number. Then we will write cout, enter the two numbers. Okay, this prints the line in the code, and then we will see the num1 and the num2. This takes the input from the user and stores it as num, and in the num2 it also takes the input from the user and also stores it in the num2 variable. And then we will use binary operators, which is very common to deal with the data structure and algorithm problems in C++. So we have to learn the binary operators in detail in C++. The plus sign in the C++ means we are adding the two numbers. We will declare int sum, and then we will do the addition of the two numbers. In subtraction we will declare a variable. We will write the num1 and we will do the difference between the num2. In subtraction num1 minus num2, and then we will declare another variable which is the int product num1. This sign is used, asterisk sign in C++, denotes product of the two numbers. Okay, then we will display, actually we have just taken the input from the user and declared the variable. Now we will print the actual desired result that we want to show the C++ compiler. Okay, then we will write cout. This will print the sum of the two numbers. This will just print it on the C++ compiler code, and this sum, this is the variable that was initially declared here, and then it will be printing the answer output in the C++ compiler code. Same thing for subtraction and the product. We will write subtraction of the two products, subtraction, and write the endel option, and then we will write the product of the two numbers, and then we will write product and endel. This writing of the endel, please note that the use of the endel in C++ is very compulsory. It will just print the output in the different lines, and then we will at the last we will write return 0 and then in the code in C++. So that's it for today. Let's meet in the next video. Okay.